It's 5 o'clock. You know what that means. Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to the Broncos Buzz on the MHRT network, as well as our own channel, Broncos Buzz on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, I'm going to throw Spence a curve. Spence's comments, my comments, your comments in the chat. We are Broncos Buzz. Welcome to a Friday before the Super Bowl. That's where these guys should be. This is Super Bowl 32 hats that I got after we won Super Bowl 32 against the Packers. But we should be there, but we're not going to dwell on that. That's old news, and go Seattle. Anyways, hope everybody had a great week. Hope everybody's going to have a good weekend. Spence, what do you got planned for this weekend? You got anything fun with family, friends, doing something?
Honestly, we have not had any plans set up. I know you're laughing about this inside. I got off a video conference call maybe about a minute.
I'm laughing outside too.
And I was just like, I looked at my boss. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to go. And they're like, oh, we didn't need you, Spencer. The contract's okay. You could get. So race over here, get this, get that, da. I know my mom, my dad's been texting me. Sorry, guys, I've been swamped, but this is life.
Yep. That's life when you do the kind of job you do. Plus, you have a wife. Plus, you have kids. All that stuff. Yep. Exactly. I just want to know how you juggle it all.
This is what makes me juggle it all.
Just don't try and juggle that, because it'll be all over your shirt and everywhere else. This Sunday we have the son, daughter-in-law, grandkids over, and nice. I'm gonna be smoking, not this kind. Put it down. I'm gonna be smoking some ribs. I got 2 big, nice rack of baby back ribs, and 20 whole. Do you know what whole wings are? That's where you got the leg. I've got 20. No, not 20. I'm sorry. 26 whole chicken. And I'm going to start cooking Sunday, probably about 8 o'clock in the morning.
What are you going to soak those wings in?
I'm going to put some dry rub seasoning on them and whatnot. I'm going to make a couple of them, some of them, with Frank's hot sauce. Put that on there. As far as the ribs go, I'm going to do ribs. I'm going to do one in honey and then one in barbecue sauce.
Oh,
yeah.
I tell you, we don't have any plans, but about an hour ago, my wife said, I think one of our neighbors is going to put something together. Can you do your daddy's pasta, which is my pasta? It's my corkscrew pasta with spicy sausage, shrimp, spinach, green, red, and yellow peppers, onions, basil, and spinach.
Hey, forget it, man. I'll tell you what. I'm going to forget what I'm making. I'm going to your house.
And I do
or your neighbors or whatever.
A choice of 3 sauces, either an Alfredo sauce, olive oil, or what I love doing it, just put Cholula all over it and just mix it up.
Now, is that like a casserole or something, or is it a bake or what?
No, it's a regular pasta that I just mix everything with. We call it daddy's pasta.
Wow. Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, dude. That is awesome. So I want to know, who was the first guinea pig that you made that for?
My wife, and she didn't like it, which meant it was awesome. Yes.
She doesn't like it?
Well, I love my wife to death, but it's one of those when I cook and she doesn't like it, everybody else likes it. It's a good thing.
Wow.
Love you, honey. Love you, honey. I really love you.
She's gonna come busting through that wall like Superman with a pink cape, just going, okay, I've got this. Oh my gosh, that's classic.
But she's an amazing cook, so it's hard to compare. It's hard for me to compare or try to accomplish. Oh, someone must be home because the dogs are all barking like crazy.
That's okay. That's okay. This is a family show, and we bring in family four-legged and two-legged.
The boss is home.
I figured. Well, it's a good thing she didn't hear what you said.
Oh, if you see her come up and push my head like this into the wall, then you'll know she heard.
And she was probably listening on the way home or something.
Oh yeah, of course she did.
Hi, Anna, if you're listening. Hi,
honey.
All right, let's get to the chat real quick. Batting lead off is Jack Kenna, says Bill and Spence. Cheers. What's up, brother? Brad chimes in, says, good evening, Broncos country family. I hope you had a great week. Let's get this stream going. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a great show, guys. It's going to be a great show. You can just call me Brad H. Okay, there you go. Sounds good. I agree with that.
Ragasad.
There you go. Ragasad says, hi. Says, what's up, man? What's going on?
What's your beer of choice, Raga?
Mitchell Garcia said Denver for life. Absolutely.
Amen.
And then the other one is, well,
show it. Come on.
All right.
Someone who's disrespectful, but we appreciate you watching the show. So thank you so much.
Yes. All right. Now, on a sad note, we'll start the show off on a sad note. I'm only bringing this in because he's a legend in the sports world. And we will touch on the baseball, or excuse me, well, we'll start out. How about we start out with this? Former Washington Redskins quarterback Sonny Jurgensen passed away today at the age of 91. Sonny Jurgensen was on the Washington Redskins for those years back in the 70s when the game was a lot different than it is now. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's an absolute legend in the sport. And my heart goes out to his family and all the Washington Redskins fans and former players and those that either played with him or played against him. Sonny Jurgensen was an absolute legend in the NFL, and he will be seriously missed. Spence, any comment?
Yeah, I appreciate everything he did to elevate the game, both on the field and off the field. He was very influential within the DC community. So, Sonny Jurgensen, rest in peace. No more pain, no more knee problems, no more anything else. Just rest in peace and enjoy yourself upstairs.
Yep. And now we're going to follow it up with another sad note. And that is college football legend and former Notre Dame head coach has entered hospice. A family source has told ABC 57 in Indiana. Who is that person? Lou Holtz, 89 years old, is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. He also coached the New York Jets for only 13 games, but that's irrelevant. What is relevant is the fact that he is a legend in college. He's well known. All you have to say is Lou in college football, and everybody knows who you're talking about. So Lou Holtz, he's in hospice. It's unfortunate at the age of 89 years old. What a tremendous, tremendous person this guy was. I'm going to read something to you. I'm going to find it real quick. I wasn't going to do this, but I changed my mind, and I am going to do this.
Go for it.
It's something he said when asked what means the most to him in life. This is what he said, and I'm quoting. This is Lou Holtz quoting. If you want to be happy for an hour, eat a steak. If you want to be happy for a day, play golf. If you want to be happy for a week, go on a cruise. But if you want to be happy for a lifetime, put your faith in Jesus Christ. End quote.
Amen. Amen.
That's Lou Holtz right there. Okay.
Yeah, and what made Lou Holtz so transformative is what he did at Notre Dame, bringing them back from Notre Dame all through their era was at the top of the food chain, except in the late 70s, early 80s, where they struggled. And Lou Holtz came over from Arkansas after being over at Oklahoma State and really became a transformative figure, really embracing and getting to know the players and trusting the players and really building that bond between the coach and player, which made him so popular with everybody who left Notre Dame and moved on to the pros and everything like that. Lou Holtz had a great broadcasting career, very knowledgeable, very excellent communicator. I never had the chance to meet him, but definitely always listened to his wisdom. Even with the little lisp he had, he was still very knowledgeable and very insightful. And I hope he just rests comfortably and enjoys the last several years and many more of his life.
Yeah, absolutely. Big E Bronco is in the house. He says, how's everybody doing tonight? We're doing great, man. We're doing great. It'd be a lot better if Denver was in the Super Bowl, but hey, we're doing great. We're doing great. Zigzags 777 says, oh, great. This old guy Bill again. Well, hey, it's all good. It's all good. You're a Kansas City fan? Well, stick around. We got some Kansas City news for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City news for you. So stick around. Or maybe you don't want to stick around. But anyways, we appreciate you being in the chat, and thanks for your support. Every single one of you in the chat, thank you so much for your support. And those who are not in the chat, thank you as well. Jose says, well, Stiddy played like Diddy, just like I told you. Hey, when you got a backup quarterback and you got a, he hasn't played in 2 years. I mean, what'd you expect? I mean, I didn't expect anything. I'll tell you what I did not expect that blew me away. Outside of the interception, outside of that 4th and 1 yard debacle, what blew me away and surprised me was that 49-yard bomb. That 49-yard bomb to was that Mims? Yeah, that was Mims.
Yeah, Mims.
49-yard. That impressed me. That impressed. When I saw that, I went, "Oh baby, maybe we have a chance." Well, or maybe not. But hey, you know what? I look at it this way: do you really think that we would beat Seattle in the Super Bowl? I don't think so. I don't even think New England. But we'll get to that down the road. We'll get to that down the road. All right. The main topic of the show is winds of change in Mile High.
Oh, yeah.
If you look under my name right here, it says, will Sean Payton, hand the play calling over to Webb? Who? Here we go. You're laughing because you don't think so?
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying. Because if he doesn't, then why is he offensive coordinator? What's he going to coordinate? Nothing.
He's gonna be playing with the
strings, the puppet,
the puppet. He'll be the puppet.
But see, if he's not the quarterback's coach, because he was great with Knicks. If he's the offensive coordinator and doesn't call plays, what's the purpose? Look at Joe Lombardi. He didn't do jack except to stand on the sideline and just sit there and go, well, I could have probably called that one differently or whatever.
Well, bring up the details of the story. Then
Here it is. The Broncos passing game coordinator Davis Webb has reached an agreement to become the Broncos offensive coordinator. Webb had other opportunities elsewhere, but opted to stay with the Broncos. Why? Because hopefully he's hoping to be the offensive coordinator and do what an offensive coordinator is supposed to do, and that is call freaking plays. But Sean Payton, for the 90 plus percent or 95 plus percent of the time he's been a head coach, has always called the plays. Is that something he's going to realize after this debacle of a AFC championship game where he flat out blew it, in my opinion? Is he going to realize that, hey, you know what? Maybe a younger guy, maybe a guy with different ideas and different thoughts might just be what this Bronco team needs to get over the hump. Am I right, Spence? Am I wrong? Or what do you think?
I think this benefits Knicks more than anything else on this team. Think about this. He had built such a great bond with Bo Nix and is being promoted up to OC. So if Bo Nix is going to be the loudest voice on this team, he's going to want someone who thinks like him, operates like him, understands him, who will make these offensive plays and offensive calls. Sean Payton needs to understand that he is the head coach. Now, by right of him being the head coach, he could be the play caller, he could be the offensive coordinator, he could be the defensive coordinator or anything like that. But Sean Payton needs to learn to be the head coach and to try to give the play calling to this young whiz who Bo Nix likes and speaks very highly of. Mm-hmm. So this is going to be a really transformative situation where Sean Payton's going to have to make a decision. Does he care more about power and control, or does he care more about the culture and building a winning team and being the leader to get that team? This is going to be, I like the promotion. Let's see what Webb has in the creativity book. Bo Nix seems to be on the same page. Now let's see if Sean Payton's willing to hand over the play calling and be just a head coach leading the team and not the one who's trying to direct every little tiny bit of minutia that's going on. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, good point. This cracks me up. So we're talking about handing over the play calling from Sean Payton to Davis Webb. Oh, Jose Life on Mars says that's like asking Trump to hand over his presidency to Kamala.
Jose,
that is classic.
Love the comment. I don't think the vernacular's there, but I love the comment. I'll give you credit for that.
That was good. I saw that. I just started cracking up. I'm like, yeah, well, you might have a point there. You gotta, but no, that's apples and oranges. This is kind of like in the same mind frame. So,
by the way,
anyway.
Apples and oranges. Jose, what surprised me was Patton's poor decisions. General Patton led us to victory in World War II.
Be nice, it's Peyton. He just spelled it wrong. He just spelled it wrong.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like going back to World War II. I mean, General Patton made some incredible decisions.
Guys in the chat and everywhere else, you have to understand that Spence is very literal. If he'll read whatever you put up, so just be very careful how you spell.
No, I don't quite read everything. I mean, Bill, you're the one who reads some of the stuff and gets caught.
Well, that's true. That's true. Sometimes I get, I've always been told and known to speak before I think. Jose says, sorry, spell check sucks. Yes,
you know what, Jose, what's your beer of choice? Let me know that. And if it's one, I'll try to get it. This time I was in the West Side and I went to the liquor store to get some Molson and the guy said he had it. You're not going to believe this.
He didn't have it.
He didn't have it. I mean,
Spence, you're just batting 1,000. I'm 1,000.
I'm whiffing 1,000.
Yeah.
Nah.
Batting 1,000 the negative side.
Amen. You know what, Bronco E? We're doing good. We're enjoying ourselves. We're relaxed. The boss just came in, gave me the dirty look. So I think everything's okay.
Oh, dirty look means you're okay?
Well, no, it dirty look like this, like I only did this much wrong, not this much wrong.
Oh, got it. It's funny because The other day, my wife says, I just have a few things for the honeydew list. This is like 4 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever. I have a short thing for the honeydews. Can you do this? And can you do this? And I said, well, should I do you want me to do it like now? She goes, well, I wouldn't have brought it up if I didn't want you to. Oh, okay. It means I got to do it now. It's a honeydew list, man.
Yeah,
So
my honeydew list is the size of a dictionary and just keeps
Oh,
growing.
yeah.
Ooh,
What?
Jose, Sam Adams, of course, being from Beantown. I'll tell you this,
Ooh. I
Jose.
like Sam
I
Adams.
know
Shut up.
I'm not a huge fan of the regular Sam Adams, but the summer ale,
Oh, yeah.
awesome. And you
You
know
don't
what?
like the Boston Lager?
I don't get in it, I don't get it. But the summer, how about this? I know a liquor store down the street that does have the summer ale. I'll get that for next week's show, Jose.
There you go. So Jose, be in the chat, and I want you to hold the bottle up or whatever and show them that yes, this is it. Because if you just put it in the glass, we ain't gonna know what it is.
No, I was the one who was the jackass of the week, and I
That's true.
self-admitted to it because I couldn't get the Molson. But Sam Adams Summer Ale, I know where it is because when I was searching for the Molson, I went by this one liquor store and I was like, "Oh, you have the Summer Ale, okay?" So I will definitely get it.
There you go. There you go. See, you guys ask, and
You guys ask, I provide.
there you go. Now we have a couple of Raider comments, Raider topics.
Jack, are you
First-
still around?
Oh, I think he's around.
He's around.
First Raider topic. It's probably one they're going to like. Not so much for the second one. Here's the first one. The Vegas Raiders are working on a deal to hire Seattle Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak as their next head coach, per NFL Network and ESPN reporting. Once the Super Bowl is concluded, Kubiak is expected to be the third Raiders head coach in 3 seasons and their 6th head coach since 2021. Holy smokes. You talk about a revolving door in Vegas. They never had turnover like that when they were in Oakland. What the heck? 6 head coach turnover in 6 years or 7 years, counting 2021. That is ridiculously crazy. Ridiculously crazy. 21, 22, 23, 14, 5. Now it's 6 and 6. 6 head coaches, 6 years, 3 in the last 3 years. Wow, that is crazy. So, Spence, what do you make of that? Is that a good fit for Clint Kubiak? Do you think it's a reach? Do you think he just wants to be head coach, or do you think that's a match made in Vegas?
I think this is an opportunity that the Raiders have got to grab onto with 2 hands. Now, what's going to be very interesting is who does Clint Kubiak bring in as his offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Now, offensive coordinator, look at what he did in Seattle. Look at what he did with Sam Darnold. I mean, Sam Darnold has not
Sam
had,
Darnold wasn't bad in Minnesota. I mean, you got to admit that they had a good season.
They had a good season until they got to December 1st. And
True.
Yeah, true. I had spoken on this show that I don't trust Sam Darnold in December and January. Look at what he's done in December and January. He's been on top of the world. So if Kubiak can bring that magic to Mendoza, or the Raiders' first overall draft pick, what can he do to get other things going? The Raiders need help on that offensive line. That's one of the biggest things that they need help with. And once they get help there, protecting Mendoza, being able to get those assets together, it's going to be very interesting to see. Now, I'm not going to jump on the next topic. Who is going to be the defensive coordinator that they bring in to revamp that defense? That's going to be the interesting topic.
So my question to you is: Do we really want to see the Raiders succeed as with head coach? Because we still got the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes and I can never remember his name. The head coach never can remember his name.
Reed, Andy Reed.
Yeah, Andy Reid. We still got Andy Reid. We still got the guy LA Harbaugh. We still got Harbaugh. We still got Andy Reid. We have our own Sean Payton, and now you want to bring in another guru and Clint Kubiak, and you want them to be good? I don't.
Well, hey, and I have said this publicly.
I know.
You know, my dream is all 4 teams in the AFC West make the playoffs. So I privately, quietly root for everybody to have success except against the Broncos. But our dear friend Jack, we got to be supportive of Jack, and he's a big Raiders fan.
Yep.
And you want to see success from the Raiders to, build some competition, because I would love look at the 2 games we played against the Raiders this year. They were both 1-score games.
Yep.
So all the Raiders have to do is just get some stability within the organization. It's hard to do that when you have an owner who cares more about money than the team. But you got Tom Brady, who's coming in as a consultant. So things might be transitioning over, but it's going to be interesting to see and watch the Raiders, the offseason moves they do, and especially the draft picks they do. They're probably going to go heavy on the offensive line and defensive area. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. Jose says, on the heels of the Sam Adams, sounds like a plan. We could toast a Patriots Super Bowl win.
Nope.
Nope. Oh, and Madungus Creevy says, you know what his favorite beer is? Mountain Dew.
Amen to that.
There you go.
Oh, there apparently I said something, I guess.
Yeah, I heard a Bronco drink Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I didn't type that. So Madungus.
Oh, he may have done that. That's funny. That was funny. And then he follows up by saying, I think Vegas should have hired Hackett. Well, the Cardinals hired Hackett, but as their offensive coordinator. So
what? Hang on.
Yes.
So you're basically telling me I can make free money betting the under in the total wins that Arizona is going to have next year? Yes.
Well, he's not the head coach, he's offensive coordinator.
Like I said, yes.
Yeah. So Biggie says, you heard about what Sam Darnold said about Kyle Shanahan, right? He said he's the reason his career turned around because he taught him football. There you go.
That's, well, when you're ready, Sam Darnold was the king of LA, being a USC guy, and he went to the Jets and humbled himself. And and it's the same thing I keep saying over and over and over again. You think that once you get to the top of the mountain, your ego is that big and you think you're invincible. You got to be knocked down to the bottom of the mountain to start opening your mind to other things and to listening and to be aware and cognizant of everything around you. So I'm happy for Sam Darnold. Sorry, Jose, to say this, but I'm looking forward to Sam Darnold having an excellent game and making my sushi proposition bet come true.
That brings up his other comment, and I got to go to his name. It says, Jose, life on Mars. Do you realize Mars doesn't have any oxygen? So when he says, I believe your lack of trust in Sam Darnold will show again this Sunday, grab the oxygen tank. Grab the oxygen tank. Just saying. Just saying. But hey, you got your own opinion. That's fine. You got your team you like. That's totally fine too. Because guess what? Our team's not there. So
it could be Mars, Minnesota. He's referencing a little town.
Oh, it could be. Could be.
There you go.
Biggie says, Kubiak has ties with Wade Phillips, right?
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Now, but Madungus is trying to steal the thunder before the next topic, but I ain't going to bring it up yet. And I know he probably can because he's the guru of the whole thing. But anyways, here it is. It appears that Max Crosby, this is the second Raider topic. It appears that Max Crosby may have played his last season with the Raiders. According to Jay Glazer of Yahoo Sports, Glazer said, and I quote, Max Crosby's time with the Raiders is most likely done, end quote. Crosby was unhappy when the Raiders told him they were shutting him down, and he walked out of the building in anger. Has Max Crosby played his last game / season in Vegas? And if so, it's going to have to be a trade of the likes that will probably be more than what we saw with the Green Bay Packers getting the player from what's his name from the Cowboys. Do you think Max Crosby? It's a two-part. Do you think Max Crosby will continue to play with the Raiders despite his feelings, or I should say, and if he is going to be traded, would the Denver Broncos make a move to get him?
I'm going to say this out loud. Clint Kubiak, after you win the Super Bowl, you do your celebration, you have your good time, you go to Vegas, you do your press conference as the head coach. The first thing you do is you go straight to Max Crosby's house and you tell him you want him to be the leader of this team. You listen to Max Crosby, you hear everything he has to say, you pay attention to him, you work with him to build this team up. Max Crosby, I understand his anger. I understand his frustration. But at the same time, the Raiders made a great business move, a great positioning for them for the future. No, Max doesn't quite understand it. I mean, lose games to get in position to get the Heisman Trophy winner. Max cares about winning, which is a great attribute to have for the culture. So Kubiak has to get on the same page with Max Crosby. I understand his frustration. I understand his anger. That's fine. Have it now. But if the Raiders are smart, that might be an oxymoron. If the Raiders are smart, they will not be
You are
trading.
firing on all cylinders tonight, dude.
The beer's good and the boss left. I heard the front door slam. So yeah. If the Raiders are smart, they will not trade him unless they trade him to, let's see here, to Buffalo for 5 first-round draft picks, Josh Allen, and the ownership to the new stadium.
Yeah, that would ever happen. Well, wait a minute. The Cowboys traded for the Vikings. Well, yeah, it happens.
It happens.
And Cleveland traded the whole state of Ohio to get their guy.
Amen.
Who bombed. You never. No, that was a horrible one. Oh, and didn't we do something similar? Oh, never mind. We're not going to talk about that. See, I even got.
Amen. Hi, Eagles. How you doing tonight?
Is in the house. Says, hi, guys. So what's up?
Hey, Bird Gang. 2027, February 2027 Super Bowl. Eagles, Broncos. Ooh,
that would have been good. That would have been a cool Super Bowl. That would be cool.
Our game earlier in 2025, but would love to see you guys. I know you guys got to make some tough decisions, but
Ty Eagles says he wants Max to go to the Eagles.
Well, everybody wants Max to go to their team.
Yeah, but what would it cost? An arm, a leg, and half your freaking family, or what? I mean, geez.
No, an arm, a leg, and United States debt.
that is. Oh, can you imagine?
Trillions.
Yeah, no kidding. Big E Broncos says the most likely chance to trade for Max Crosby is the Chicago Bears, but they're over the salary caps, so they will have to start cutting players to get him. No, that'd be stupid.
No,
that'd be stupid.
Yeah, Chicago's not in a. As you mentioned, they're not in a good place salary cap wise.
Oh my gosh, man. You guys are on fire tonight in the chat. Rick Howland says no, as in wow, keeping Max Crosby on the Raiders says no. And why would any good player want to be a Raider? Wow. Wow, that is harsh, dude. That is harsh, but that is good. I do have to admit that is good. Um, uh, Madungus just said Crosby just bought a house in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, for his family. For his
Well,
parents.
well,
Yeah, what really you want to go play with Rodgers? Come on. Better to stay a Redditor with a young quarterback, not a 43-year-old who's a prima donna.
Ty Eagle says, "Hey, right now I'm talking to Mad Max now, and he's coming to Philadelphia."
Yeah, hey, that sounds more realistic.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Jose said he wants to play for Vrabel, and the Pats have the cap space to make it happen.
Yeah, but the Raiders would never trade in the AFC at all.
Okay.
And I don't think New England has the assets that the Raiders would want.
You know, Madungus made a good point. He says he's actually wondering if either the extra first rounders the Cowboys got, if the Cowboys make a play for Crosby.
Ooh,
that's interesting.
Well,
because you know that they got the money.
They have the money, but what is Crosby's contract right now?
I don't know, but that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Wow, we got a lot of Patriot fans in the house, man.
Well,
Richard says it's the Patriots to shine now. See you next year in Denver. Go.
Oh, do we? No, you won't see us next year in Denver. I think Denver goes to New England.
Do they?
No. Yeah, God, I saved that sheet there. I had that sheet. I think we play in New England and Buffalo and I'm trying to remember.
No, I think we got the Patriots at home.
Oh, we do have the Patriots. You know what? You are right. Patriots and Buffalo come to Denver. We go to Miami and the Jets.
Yep. Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, we know, Rick. Bears have no cap space.
Yep. And Ty Eagles says he is very, in capital letters, very disappointed with the Broncos head coach guys.
I think we all are. And I mean, if
I'm not disappointed in Sean Payton, I'm disappointed in some play calls. That's what I'm disappointed. Too many screens. I was talking to a guy at the golf course today. He's a huge Bronco fan. And we were talking about the last game and games throughout the year. And he said, he's sick and tired of the wide receiver screens every other play, which is not really, but seems like it. Every other play. He's sick and tired of the running backs just running up the middle and not gaining any ground. The offensive line. Yes, there's a lot of issues the Broncos have to deal with in this offseason. But Sean Payton has to give up play calling. That is first and foremost, in my opinion. How much worse can it get if Jack Webb, that's the guy from Dragnet. Davis Webb, how much worse can Davis Webb be in play calling than Sean Payton? Not much worse. I mean, think about it. How much worse can you get than 4th and 1 and you throw a stupid pass on an outside pass to the quarterback who hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years?
How about this? On 4th and 1 with a pending winter snowstorm coming that everybody knew about and communicated to him, you go for it instead of making it a 2-score game.
Yeah.
So, he
needs to hand over the play calling to Davis Webb.
Lessons learned. Probably going to make better decisions, but it's going to be interesting because Bo Nix and Webb have a great relationship. So, and Nix, Sean Payton really violated Nix's trust with.
But Dungy said, I guess he looked it up and said we played the Patriots on the road.
Yeah, I thought we played the Patriots on the road. I know we have Buffalo at home, and I think we have Miami at home, and we go to New England and go to the Jets.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure about this. It says Paul Shatter says, "Is it me or did you change the screen setup? What's up, boys? Screen setup. What do you mean? Screen setup? Are we talking about
your background? It's your background that you don't have the Broncos symbol there anymore. You have the Avalanche.
It's the season's over and the Avalanche are playing. So
the season's never over.
Well,
and it's the Quebec Nordiques.
Game-wise.
It's the Quebec Nordiques. It's not the Avalanche.
All right, I have to say goodbye to Spence for the night. It's been awful nice having him on the show. Just kidding, dude. Just kidding.
I know.
Oh, by the way, and I mentioned this last time. When this year it's the Avalanche's 30th, I can't believe that 30th year. Wait a minute, my anniversary is 30 years this year. So the Avalanche became a team 30 years in the same year I got married. Both two good things. Anyways, don't ask McDongus that. He probably won't agree with. Anyways, but yeah, so it's 30 years. The Avalanche have been a team, and every time they play, whether it's home or away, every time they play a Canadian team, Boston, Toronto, Vancouver, whoever it is, they always wear the Quebec Nordique uniforms. That is so cool. That is so cool to honor. Why you shake your head? No, that's an honor.
Okay, it's an honor, but I just can't. I can't support him.
But,
I am a Colorado Rockies fan.
Okay, let me ask you this question while we're on this topic real quick. We'll keep moving on. My question is this: did you ever like hockey, and were you ever a Quebec fan?
No.
Well, then what's the issue?
Because
Hartford Whalers are now the
Carolina Hurricanes.
There you go. So you don't say nothing about Hartford?
Because I wasn't a fan of Hartford.
That's why I asked you if you were a fan of Quebec.
No. I was a fan of the Colorado Avalanche from 1978 to 1983.
Yeah, but that's all.
Or Colorado Rockies. Oh my God, I said Avalanche.
That's all. Yeah, you did.
I
See,
committed blasphemy.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That is freaking hilarious.
You know what, Richard? You are right. I remember that explicitly. Belichick had a fourth down. He'll never live it down. It happened.
Oh yeah, throwing that stupid pass.
Yeah.
Oh no, fourth down. Wait a minute, fourth down. Belichick. What was that one?
Fourth down against Indianapolis, I believe. They were trying to do a fake punt or in a playoff game, and it backfired. And
I don't remember that.
No, they lined up for a punt, but it looked like it was going to be a fake punt, and the guy accidentally hiked it, didn't mean to hike it in a playoff game, and got tackled. And I believe that was, yeah, I believe that was it. Richard, am I right about that?
Yeah. Well, you nailed that one, dude. Rick Howland says, why call pass play on fourth? Stupid call. Can't get 1 yard if they can't catch the ball. That's very true. Oh, my gosh. Well, speaking of jackass.
Oh, yes.
Like the way I segued into that one.
Excellent segue. Do it.
Speaking of jackass, here is this week's jackass of the week.
You suck, you jackass.
Forgot to play that first. Sorry. Forgot to play that first. My bad. But anyways, just go by the way. Okay. Patrick Mahomes. Oh my gosh. Patrick Mahomes Sr. Okay. Well, it's still Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes Sr., father of Kansas City's quarterback, Pat Mahomes, was arrested for allegedly violating his probation for his DUI sentence. Okay. He got arrested. What? Mahomes has been serving a 5-year probation for his 2024 DUI case, but he broke the terms of his probation by drinking alcohol and had a high reading on his I think it's called SCRAM. I don't know what that stands for. It's an acronym. Alcohol ankle monitor on January.
Oh boy.
January 1st. That means he was partying on the 31st of last year. Shame. But
did I do that?
Exactly. Hang on.
Did I do that?
Yes, you did.
No, you didn't just do that. Mahomes has been arrested at least 3 times for DWI. This was just the nail in the proverbial coffin, so to speak. Now, the district attorney is pushing for 10 years probation. 10 years in prison. Because a third offense, apparently, where he lives, is the third strike. Remember that old third strike, you're out kind of thing? Not in baseball, but in law, this is a third strike. My question to you, Spence, and I know we've talked about it, and we don't need to go back over about how stupid people are and keep doing the same mistakes over and over. My question to you is, how do you think this affects his son, Patrick Mahomes, as a football player, as a person, as a husband, as a family guy? How do you think this affects him, knowing that his father has this type of a problem, this type of a situation where now his father is facing a possible maximum 10 years in prison? How do you think that is going to hurt him?
I'm going to tell you right now, Patrick Mahomes Jr. is going to cash in every help card, every benefit, every just association he's got, every perk, every IOU, everything to help his dad.
Yeah.
You feel for the family. You know, alcoholism is not a fun disease to deal with. I have, unfortunately, a family friend who deals with it, battles with it. It's not fun. It's not easy. And I hear stories. You know, I'll tell you this. I battled with it a little bit myself. I went through a horrible breakup with a Swedish girl, and no, you're gonna like this.
No, I just got a cramp in my leg. Jeez.
So I went out frustrated, and just I had 9 Cadillac margaritas. 9
in one sitting. Dude, it's a wonder you're freaking alive.
And drove home. Yeah. After that, I'm going to tell you this. After that experience and being safe and being everything, I made that decision. No more hard alcohol. I know my beer limit is 3, even though sometimes I'm going to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. But I do that when I know I'm home. But whenever I go out,
I know I'm home.
I know I'm home. When I go out to dinner or anything like that, I don't drink because I know I got to be responsible. Sure. Because I've got kids and everything like that. And yes, she was smoking, but she was trying to use me.
Oh, not that kind. Not that
kind. She was trying to use me to get a green card, so it didn't work out because I wasn't playing that game. But
wow. How old were you then?
41. And
so
that was
just last year. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, Anna. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, Anna knows the entire background story. She's seen pictures of this girl and everything. It was 2 years before I met Anna. But you know what? Alcoholism is a serious disease, and it's a choice.
Yeah. And
people have to learn to make choices.
Well, it's like with anything, you know. I used to smoke it's funny. I got married the first time in 1980, got divorced in 1989. And it was funny because I smoked for the whole 9 years. And then when I got divorced, I stopped. I'm done. I'm done with her. I'm done with this. Yeah.
Paul, interesting comment. Very interesting. I know we don't get political here, but very interesting.
Patrick's wife is a Republican, maybe they can buy a pardon for his dad. Well, you know,
anything,
that was anything positive. Anything positive.
bingo.
But yeah, it's sad. I feel for Patrick Mahomes, quarterback. I feel for his dad as well. Apparently he does have some serious issues. And you know, if anything can be done to help him, you know, I welcome it. I'm not a Chiefs fan, obviously, but I mean this surpasses sports. This is humanity. This is real. Not that sports isn't, but you know, this is human life. And I wish him all the best. Hope he gets help, and I hope if there's anything that Patrick Mahomes Jr. or maybe he's not even junior, but Patrick Mahomes' son can do with the money that he has and help his dad, I think that would be absolutely commendable. All right,
I would look at him and say, Dad, make a choice.
Mhm.
And that's everything in life is you have to make a choice. Do you choose this or do you choose this?
Yeah.
Make a choice.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Interesting comment here I want to put up from Richard. So even though I hate the Broncos, you guys are cool. Go Patriots. Thank you so much, Richard.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that. Appreciate your support. And you know what? I'm betting against you guys in the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest. I think Seattle's got everything. Well, that too.
Yeah. All right. We're going to back out of the Jackass of the Week, and we'll be right back right after this.
Uh-oh, problems.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. We have a couple of Patriot fans in the chat that we've noticed, and we have a Patriot topic. You're probably not going to like this one, but then again, you may agree with it. You may agree with it.
This is so Patriots. This is so Patriots.
So we've heard of Spygate, and we've heard of Deflategate. How about undermining gate? I'm just bringing that up. That's me saying. How about undermining gate? Okay. 1 week, and we brought this up last week. Remember, Spence? I brought this up last week. I'm not going to say what it is because,
What did I say?
Yep.
Go ahead.
So we talked about this last week when it broke. In fact, it was the opening topic of our show because it was breaking news. Well, now there's more information about that breaking news. Here it is. The New England Patriots ownership has been accused of leaking the prospective sale of the Seattle Seahawks by former NFL quarterback turned radio host Brock Heward.
Mm-hmm.
Heward believes the Patriots ownership leaked the news to undermine the Seahawks ahead of the Super Bowl. Now, last week we talked about the breaking news being that the Seattle Seahawks were up for sale. And I said, why would anybody say that prior to the Super Bowl that would cause the players, the coaching, the general manager, everybody associated with the Seahawks, why would they bring that into light? And Spence said, what'd you say, Spence? That came from an outside source, correct?
Correct. And this is the Patriot way. Sorry, Richard, and sorry, Jose, but this is the Patriot way to kind of do a few little undermining tricks, little dirty tricks, just to try to make things uncomfortable for your opponent. I mean, there's a history, and you go through it, of mysteriously the electricity fails on one sideline at a Patriots game. Mysteriously, the radios don't work. Mysteriously, the water coming out, it isn't working. This is the Patriot way. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys have a history of doing this. Am I surprised? No. It's the Patriot way. This is trying to get under someone else's skin. Yeah, Richard, I'll give you credit for that. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah, but the thing is, honesty. Okay, I've always taught my grandson, and I always taught my son that if you lose, you lose. Don't cheating doesn't, in my opinion, cheating doesn't feel good when you win because you know you did it dishonestly. Now, if you want to be a dishonest person, well, there's nothing I can do to help you. But if you wanted to win honestly, like when the Denver Broncos lost or lose honestly because they made mistakes like they did, 2 weeks ago, then okay, honest. But if it's done dishonestly because the other team did something or there was a bad call by a referee, which really pissed me off, that is winning dishonestly. Now, yes, it's a win, but it doesn't feel as good as if it was honest. And New England must realize they're under the 8 ball, or they're behind the 8 ball in this. They wouldn't come out with that story if they really thought they had this game in the bag, because they really don't. They really, really don't. Look at the odds. Now, I know on any given Sunday, any team can win, but I'm saying that given everything on paper and everything the way it looks, Seattle is a favorite to win this game, and New England's going to try and do anything and everything they can to get inside Seattle's head. Now, is it cheating? No, but it's being dishonest. It's not being forthright, and I have a problem with that. I have a very serious problem with that. Why? Because the integrity of the game is being marred. It's being what's the word I'm looking for? It's being
challenged.
It's being challenged, and it just puts a sour taste in my mouth. And I want Seattle to win. 2 reasons. One, because because Denver beat themselves last week or 2 weeks ago. And also New England's been there for like 400 years in a row. And Seattle, why not?
You know what? I think Seattle needs this for them, for their reimbursement for that one horrible play call they made against New England.
That's right. I forgot about that on that pass play.
When beast mode could not be stopped, and instead of running it, they do a quick pass. And
Wait a minute.
Rookie cornerback
Sean Payton probably was on the sideline for Seattle that day. I'm just saying. Throw a pass. Don't run it. Don't run it. It's only 1 yard. Don't run it. Throw a pass.
No.
I'm never gonna forgive him for that. I'm never gonna forget it.
Chewy
Raider coverage. What is up? Says salute, fellas. Good to see you on. I haven't been as active. I'm currently taking a class to get my contractor license. Good for you.
Congratulations.
Good for you, man. Absolutely. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Yeah, it's always good to see people succeed like that. That's all. It's always good, man.
Here, no cheating. We're not disclosing any stories.
I didn't say they cheated. I just said it's just underhand. It's just not respectful. Not I don't mean respectful. It's not forthright. It's just not playing the game honestly.
Cheers to you, Chewy.
Paul Schaefer, going back to the jackass of the week, and Mahomes' dad says greatly affects Patrick Mahomes. I would agree.
I mean, put it in this situation. So my dad watches the show religiously. Hey, Dad.
Thank you so much for watching.
He's 86. If I had to go through that situation, I don't know how I would react, because you learn as a child, you learn all your pros and cons and good ways and how to be a better person from your parents. And my dad taught me how to be a gentleman, how to be respectful, how to be good with people. And that's why I try to do every single day. So, Dad, thank you very much for doing a great job raising the son to be just like you.
Yeah. Way to go, man. Way to go. Big shout out to your dad for sure. For sure. Anthony V303 says Pat's played like
Shish kebab.
How does Denver blow that championship game? After our season was so good, I'm still sick about it. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both.
You know what, Anthony, it came to that 4th down call. And I think we've discussed it. You kick the field goal, you keep the momentum. You go for that play and you don't get it, the momentum shift. And even though New England didn't drive down and get a field goal or get any points on that drive, they put themselves in that position.
Paul, that's the best compliment we have ever had. And I mean that sincerely. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm being honest. That is the best compliment we could ever have on this show. Paul Shatter says, I like you guys. I like that you guys don't focus only on the Broncos. We never will. When I started this channel 4 years ago, and I brought Spence on last year, I mentioned to him from the very beginning. I said, Spence, this show is always going to have Bronco topics, but it's not always going to be Broncos only. It is everything Broncos. When we start the show, I say it's everything Broncos. Yes, everything Broncos, but it's always going to be other topics. This is not just Broncos only. This is Broncos Buzz, but it's all about other sports. And Paul, thank you so very, very much for acknowledging that and pointing that out. It is exactly what this show is all about. Thank you so much.
And Chewy, really? Raiders rule number 1, cheating is encouraged. Well, if you're trying to cheat, you're not doing a successful job.
Wait a minute. I do have to comment on that. How about the Ken Staber fumble going forward and then kicking it, and then I think it was
oh my God,
not Fred Blitnikoff.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Fred Blitnikoff fell on it. It was the tight end Casper. Casper fell on it. Casper fell on it, and the referees go touchdown.
You mean
you
Casper
want to know something?
Rolled.
You want to know something? I love that game because it was against the Chargers. I was going for the Raiders so big on that. I loved every moment. But then it came back to backfire them. It came back and backfired on the Raiders when we had the tuck rule again involving New England with the tuck rule and Tom Brady. So comes around, goes around, I guess. But yeah, they now that's why players in the last 2 minutes of the game, if they fumble the ball forward, they have to be the one to recover, not somebody else. It's all because of that Raider play with the fumble Ruski that ended up in Casper's down at his feet at the 4-yard line and kicking it or kicking and fumbling, bumbling, stumbling into the end zone, falling on it for a touchdown. That's why that rule came into play. So there you go. Some Raider history. Some Raider history. How do you guys like that? Huh? See, I know my stuff.
Keyshawn Butte winning Super Bowl MVP.
You know, I don't know. You just never know who's going to win Super Bowl MVP. I mean, look at Von Miller. Nobody ever thought that the defensive lineman hadn't won it, or even a linebacker hadn't won it in X amount of years. And then he ends up winning that one. So,
hey, you know what? Anything's possible for a 6th round draft pick.
Yep. Paul Shaw, talk about run the damn ball. Exactly. That's well, we can't because we're not running anything right now. How am I killing you, man? How am I killing you, Paul? I'm being honest, dude. I'm just being honest, man. But thanks for your compliment. Appreciate it.
Attention, Sea Chicken fans. The 1 yard line is calling.
Ooh, oh, that was good by Brad H. That was good, man. Chewy says Modelo time.
Oh, okay.
Modelo time.
Gotta remember that.
Oh my gosh, dude. Paul, you did not go there. You did not go there. Paul H says, you want to read that, Spence? You want me to?
Speaking of alcoholism, I'm cracking an Ellipsum Imperial Hazy IPA. Ooh.
That'll knock you on your backside a heartbeat, man.
I can't do IPAs because I drink half of one, my stomach goes.
You know what? You know where you get that harsh flavor? That's all the hops.
Yeah.
That's the hops. And that's the what's it called? The oils in the hops. Jose's hitting hard again. Says, ha ha, sounds like y'all use that as an excuse for the Patriots beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Haters will hate. Well, you say when the Patriots beat the Seahawks, well, it had to happen yet. So we have no idea. We have no idea.
Well, all the, you know what? It's interesting. I just looked at the updated point spread. It looks like all the Patriot fans are starting to wager now because it opened at 3.5 for all the whales, went up to 5, went up to actually 6, and now it's come down to 4.5. So,
yeah, never know. Ooh. Clayton Ron is in the house.
Hey, Clayton. Hey.
Says, hey, guy, to say, hey, what's up? He says, smash that like button and share, guys. Please do so. Excuse me. Please do so. I'm going to do a disclaimer real quick. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It absolutely helps out the show. It helps out the network. And it just shows other people that happen to click onto the show at any given time that you guys like it. And we really do appreciate your support. We really do.
I'll read this one because Nicholas has spell checking things.
That's
Bill
okay.
shish kebab themselves in the foot against Denver. Denver shish kebab themselves in the foot against New England. No, we did not. Sometimes you just have to stay out of your own way. That's what New England does so well. Okay. Let's just say this. You had more good decisions rather than bad decisions. How about that?
Clayton, I got to ask you, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is good news. Clayton Aron says, big news to all peeps. I'm moving into a house on February 23rd. So where have you been living, Clayton?
At a sports bar.
I hope he's been living comfortably somewhere. So yes. Clayton, where have you been in? Just curious. I mean, were you renting somewhere? Were you remodeling something? Were you just curious? You don't have to explain. You don't have to tell us where you live. Just curious, man. You're one of our strong supporters in the chat. You're always commenting. So just kind of feel like you're one of the family. In fact, all you guys are one of the family. You know how family is. Family disagrees on a lot of things, but we all love each other in the end.
And we respect each other. And Clayton, I'm just going to say this. Put a little note on your cell phone. Check interest rates a year from now because they're going to be coming down. So I'm a former mortgage broker and I know what the economy is going to happen. So
Clayton says, I got my protein drink. Also getting back into shape, hitting the gym 6 days a week.
Yes.
I'm glad you spelled that JYM. I thought you were like JIM also. You're hitting gym 6 times a week. Or 6 days a week. No, JYM, the gym.
Okay.
Let's see. Do we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, let's move on to the next topic.
Oh, wow. Real quick. He answered the question. From a 3-bedroom trailer to a house. Nice.
Very nice.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations, bud. That is awesome, man. That is that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's good. I like that. Way to go, Clayton. Really, really happy for you, man. Really happy. All right. Speaking of Clayton which rhymes with Peyton,
Mm-hmm.
here is the next topic. Broncos general manager George Payton is in his final year of a 6-year contract. His current lack of an extension could land himself what?
No.
Could land himself back in Minnesota. Once the Vikings fired the general manager last Friday, Peyton's name is at the top of the Vikings GM list. Why haven't the Broncos extended George Payton when he's done so well in being in that position? If he goes back to Minnesota, you watch, he's going to take all the knowledge that he learned from Denver and this organization and this ownership and take it right back to the Vikings. And I'm a Viking fan. That's my NFC favorite team. It's my second favorite team, not my first, my second. First, obviously, is Denver. But if he takes it back to Minnesota, you watch the Vikings will shoot right up that NFC North. So what do you think? Why don't you think the Broncos have extended his contract when this coming year is his last year in Denver?
Because they're assessing. They're right now in the assessment aspect of what happened in 2025 and preparing for what's going to happen in 2026. So to try to do a contract negotiation right now while he's wrapping up 2025 and putting a game plan for 2026 is probably not the good time. I would say this, you're going to probably hear the extension come out after the draft. When it's a little bit slower, things can be more focused on trying to take care of him. The Walton family is not going to let him go back to Minnesota at all. It's just, you got to do this at the right time when you're not so focused on planning for 2026. So it's coming. He's going to be taken care of. He's been an integral part of the success of this organization, and to let him go would be a travesty and a damage to the culture that he
Absolutely. I agree. Paul Shatter says our GM will be our first free agent signing. Don't trip out.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be taken care of. It's just you got to do it at the right time. Right now, it's not the right time. Focus on planning for 2026 and getting to the draft and getting through the draft and reviewing all. And then once you're past the draft, you got a little time. That's when you can sit down and say, okay, let's look at 2026 and beyond with the contract.
Got it. All right. Moving on to another topic, because we have a really good Broncos quiz towards the end, but I want to get into these other fun little topics. Well, these two aren't fun, but they're the last ones are fun topics. So let's fly through these. I promise we'll get back to the chat, but let's move on to the next topic. The Denver Broncos have 22 players scheduled to become free agents in March. That's just next month, guys. That's just next month. There are 5 players that may not be re-signed. Here are those 5 players. Spence, I'm going to name each one of them individually, but each one, and then I want you to comment on each one of the ones I say in order, okay?
Okay.
Guard, Ben Powers. Salary cap hit is 18.155. Is he back?
Honestly, he might be a casualty of the cap.
So I'm thinking too.
I hate to be brutally honest, but he might be a casualty of the cap. Would like to have him back, but I think there's other needs.
Okay. This one's pretty obvious, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. Tight end Evan Ingram, 6.13 salary cap hit.
Where I'm torn is, can we do better?
Okay.
So that's I'm gonna hate to say this, but to be determined, because who's gonna be declaring free agency?
Paul Shatter says legal Legal tampering free agency dates March 7th. Rework Powers contract. He wants it back.
Yeah. That's why I said he could be a salary cap casualty unless they rework his contract. So,
okay. The third one, fullback Michael Burton could be released due to season-ending hamstring and nagging injuries.
yeah, I think he's going to be a casualty of the salary cap and other issues. You hate to be brutally honest, but that's what we are on this show.
Yep, that's what we are. We always, well, I always say at the beginning, brought to you with emotion, passion, and the last thing, honesty, because that's what we stand. That's what we stand on, honesty. Linebacker, this one hurts because I like this guy. Alex Singleton, who turns 33 this coming season, might be released due to his age.
I think they keep him.
I hope so. I like him.
I think they keep him because he is, while the physical aspect is not as great as it was, his leadership with that team is invaluable.
Yep.
So I think they may come to a mutual understanding and revamp the contract. I think that's the most logical thing that's going to happen.
And here's the one that just may be out of the price range. Although with the Walton Penner ownership group, nothing's out of the price range, but the NFL does have a cap. Defensive lineman John Franklin Myers could be too expensive.
I think if Nick Bonito sits him down and starts talking with him, he'll work something out.
Okay. On the heels of that topic, of those five, here's one that really struck me when I found it. Dre Greenlaw could possibly be out in Denver due to his inability to stay healthy and stay on the field. Perhaps Denver has buyer's remorse, which Bleacher Reports Alex Ballerton listed him as a possible cap casualty this offseason. Denver inked him to a 3-year deal, but have wiggle room to get out of that contract. Do the Broncos say goodbye to Dre Greenlaw after 1 year?
I see both sides on this. If you're saying, looking at me and saying, Bill Spencer, put your GM hat on, I would say we would have to move on from Greenlaw, because
but then you just wasted that entire contract in that entire year. He only played 8 out of the 17 games.
Right, 8 out of the 17 games. He's had injury problems. He was effective in some of the games. Other games he got burned. Plus, we're saving money against the salary cap if we can release him before, I think it's March 7th. Let's just say this.
I'd agree, Spencer. Put a hat on.
Unfortunately, I don't have my beer hat, so I can still drink beer.
Oh my gosh, that is classic, dude. Freeway rail. That is an absolute comment of the night to Spence. That is classic. Hey, wait a minute. How about that one? Is that better?
Hey, Freeway, wait until you get to our age and you don't have any hair. Okay,
we don't have because we have kids.
We have kids. We have wives that stress us out, dogs that stress us out, kids that stress us out.
Wow. Paul Shatter said Greenlaw will know. He said he didn't know the defense better. He said he had a hard time learning it from Vance Joseph. Really?
Well, and there you go. If you're not able to learn this defense, is that
sorry, Spence? Going back to the
God.
No, he's fine with it, man. Hey, you know what? We roll with the punches, dude. If you can't laugh at yourself, my mom always said, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you're not a happy person. You got to laugh at yourself.
You got to laugh at yourself, and you got to
so-
enjoy everything. Everything is fun. It's enjoyment. Yeah, there's going to be a little ribbing, a little jabbing, but you have to have fun with
You have
what
to have
you
thick
do.
skin, man. You can't let it all get to you.
And don't take things too seriously. I have a job where I've got people, in management who are very monotone and very serious and have no fun. And I'm the one guy who brings the fun, and they're talk like this because we are in contracts and strategic planning, and we have to be serious.
Well, can you imagine me married to somebody like that? Golly.
No. Oh.
Brad,
said, Brad.
Bronco Bill turned into Mr. Clean. We took his hat off.
Mr. Clean.
I guess I did, huh? I guess I did. I've never had anybody tell me that. That's pretty cool. Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. I can speak for Spence, but he can speak for himself since he's here. But I would have to dare say that every single Friday, we look forward to you guys in the chat. We really do. You make it fun. You make it enjoyable. You make it rewarding. And hey, you make us feel like we're just sitting around a big old couch talking to our friends and laughing, having a good time on a Friday night after a week of work. Although I got to work tomorrow, but hey, working at a golf course isn't work. It's not work at all. All right. I'm going to next topic 1, 2. We got a couple more topics, and we got that Bronco quiz that we're going to throw out to you guys in the chat. Do us a favor, please. Do not look it up. Say it honestly. If you know or don't know, say it honestly. I'm going to throw it out to Spence first. We're going to click out of, or I'm going to click out of the comments so we don't see what they say. Greenlaw plays like Tarzan. Tarzan not smart.
me Tarzan, me no smart.
Wow. Look at this one. You guys are phenomenal hosts of the best Broncos. Wow. I'm going to keep that up there. I'm going to keep that up there for a while.
Keep that up there. And Brad, I know you're not a drinker. You're off the alcohol and anything, but appreciate that. And if I could buy you a drink, I would. But thank you very much for your support and your words of wisdom. We really do appreciate it. And
Brad, that's touching. That really is touching. We put a lot of work into it throughout the week. You always see Spence with his pen right there. He's always writing down those people in the comments and whatnot. So at the end of the show, we always notice and remember each and every one of you that were in the chat. You don't go unnoticed. You're not just words on the screen. You are people and humans, and those that we really do appreciate being a part of the show, being a part of every Friday, and being a part in the chat. We don't take it for granted. We absolutely do not take it for granted. We appreciate each and every person in the chat, whether their comments are pro, negative, doesn't matter. If you like the Broncos, doesn't matter if you're a Chiefs fan, a Patriots fan, a Charger fan, a Raider fan. It doesn't matter what fan you are, Giants, Seahawks. It could be Packers. It could be anybody. We just appreciate the fact that you're willing to be here and you're willing to post your comments, and we will always do our very best to bring up every single comment within reason. I mean, it has to be tasteful. But we will bring up those comments. We do appreciate it. And like I said before, Spence can agree. We do not take any of you for granted, but we appreciate every single one of you being in the chat. All right. I'm going to keep that up there for a while. That's amazing. That's amazing. You know what? I'm going to do something. I normally don't do this, but I'm going to do this anyways. I am going to screen capture that because I want to just. Thanks, guys. Thanks again, man. That means a lot. That really does mean a tremendous amount.
And call him Brad H.
I did, Brad H. Okay. Okay. Thanks. All right. Now listen to this. This is crazy. The NFL will return to games overseas How many games, Spent, do you think the NFL is going to put overseas this year?
Probably 5 or 6.
NFL returned to games overseas with 7 games slated for the following locations. There's one location I totally disagree with. Totally disagree with. And I'll tell you why. Zigzag said 10. No, 7. 3 games in England. Okay, we all figured 3 games in England. I'm gonna run down the list. You ask me which one I don't approve of. Okay.
Okay.
It could be the 3 games, but it's not. 3 games in England, 1 game in Brazil, 1 game in Spain, 1 game in Germany, 1 game in Australia.
Australia. You can't do that. That's
Australia is the Rams and Jets, I think. Or Rams and somebody.
To make
17-hour flight one way.
And
yeah, Australia. Look. I'm not kidding you. Look.
Australia.
Can you read it?
Yeah.
Next to the bottom. Next to the bottom.
That's extreme. I mean, you're putting the players, they have to get acclimated before and after. I mean, you can't have them have a bye week before. The only thing is, can they both play on the Thursday a week and a half before? And that Australia.
Yeah.
Paul Schaefer is bringing
up. Nope. That's the next topic. Hang on, Paul. You're jumping the gun, which I love. That's okay.
But Australia, you know what? It is a dream for me to go down there. I used to be an Australia horse racing handicapper.
You had a chance to win it, and you didn't on that show. Oh no, you did win it, but you didn't go.
I didn't go. No, I won a trip to New Orleans on Classic.
Oh, that's what it was. New Orleans. It was that lady who won Australia.
Won the Australia trip, but I'm going to go to Australia one day, and my wife and I, as soon as our kids have gone to college and they're out of the house,
they're about 35 or 40, you'll be there.
Yeah. But I used to handicap Australia horse racing and was really good at it. I mean, even my dad and my mom will be like, yeah, you actually did that right. I almost paid for my MBA education at Pepperdine betting on the horses in Australia. Yeah. I made that much money.
Dang, dude. Yeah. Wow. Paul Shatter said the flight to Asia was brutal. Cambodia, Thailand. Can imagine.
No, but think about this. So the Jets fly eastbound from New York to Australia. The Rams go westbound from Los Angeles to Australia.
I would imagine the Jets would play a team on the West Coast.
Why? No,
the week before. No,
they fly eastbound. It's faster to go from the eastern part of the United States to Australia because you have the prevailing winds.
Okay. I didn't know that. Got it. All right. Speaking of the 18-game schedule, which Paul Shatter brought up and says, hang on. Go ahead. 18 games is coming this year or next, I bet. Well, hang on.
No.
Not so fast, Jackrabbit. Here we go. NFL commissioner Roger Goodell is pushing for an 18-game season. However, the National Football League Players Association and the union interim executive director said players have, and I quote, no appetite for that idea whatsoever, end quote. According to David White, and I quote, the only changes would be to minimize risk and ensure players are recognized and compensated for a true fair share of the value that they create, end quote. That's a hard statement from the union. We want compensation for what we create. You want to create 18 games? How about what we create that the NFL produces because of us and what the fans are paying for? Why aren't we compensated? I would totally have to agree with that comment. What do you think, Spence?
No, just going from 16 to 17 games, I mean, that was ridiculous. Now 18 games, these guys have to go through all this pain and physicality. I mean, the game today, imagine back in the 80s, it wasn't as violent and as active. And these guys today are bigger, stronger, faster, more violent collisions. And to play 18 games,
Mhm.
I
You'd have to have 2 buys. You would have to have 2 buys.
You'd have to have 2 buys, but then what are you starting at the right after Labor Day and you go until the end of February for the potential Super Bowl? I mean,
Hey,
really?
Roger Goodell is this, dude. Roger
I
Goodell.
know. It's the almighty dollar. I see the vision, but here's the thing. What happens after 16 goes to 17, goes to
Ooh.
18?
Look at that. That's a good idea. 60-man roster.
Yes and no. It's a great idea, but now you just max you just
Oh, you watered down the what's what I went for? You know,
No.
you know what I'm saying? You got the elite up here. Now you bring in 10 more, you're watering down the elite.
But you're also increasing your expenses. So who
Oh,
suffers?
Yep.
Who suffers in the end? The fans, because when your expenses with going to 63 man, your expenses go up by 20-25%. The fans' tickets are going to go up by 40 to 50%.
True.
So you're already paying what, $200 a game? Welcome to 300 and 350 a game for nosebleed.
Yeah. Good point.
I mean,
what's going to happen? What's going to happen is it's going to end up. Unfortunately, it's going to end up being like the Super Bowl, where only the
team that survives injuries.
Well, no. I'm talking about for the fans. It's only going to come down to corporate people, corporate sponsors, corporate people are going to be able to be in the stands. The common, in fact, okay, I'm going to throw this out there. I'm not going to name his name, but there's a guy is one of our regulars at the golf course. He is really good friends with the guy who has season tickets for the 49ers in Santa Clara. He really thought his 49ers were going to be in the Super Bowl. So he purchased the Super Bowl tickets for 2 to go to that game. Well, the 49ers didn't make it. So he asked his buddy, who's at the golf course, one of our regulars, if he'd be willing to go to the game. He knows, because the guy at the golf course, I'll just mention his first name. His name is Greg. Greg's son is a huge 49er fan. So Greg said, well, let me see, what it includes and all that. Well, it includes a suite.
Oh,
it includes a hotel.
Hello.
It includes all the amenities and this, that, and the other thing, and some other stuff I don't know. So Greg and his son are there now. He sent me a picture, and they're there now. And $18,000. $18,000. And he asked his wife, and his wife said, "It's a bucket list. Our son will never forget. You got to do it." So he did it. That's what I'm talking about. $18,000. Where it's, that's incredible, Greg. I don't think.
Huge kudos, huge applause. That's a yo victory lap. Yo,
what's up?
Oh, how you doing?
Yeah. Hey, that's what I said. Whoa. Wow, what the F? Yeah, 18 grand. He told me, because I asked him, he asked me, I said, wow, Greg. I said, 2 tickets, suite. And I'm like, okay, so what's it gonna run you? I'm at $1,500. He's like, 1,500. He says, try 18,000. I said, no. You mean 1,800? No. I said 18,000.
We all need a drink, victory lap. We all need.
After that one, can you, Spence, just wrap your head around that? One game One weekend, 18 grand.
And your team is not there in the game.
Well, his son's not either. You're right.
Yeah. So you know what? Hey, it's an incredible experience.
So let me ask you. Go ahead.
Go
incredible
ahead.
experience. I was going to say, so let me ask you this. If Denver was there instead of New England, and you had the opportunity to be there at that cost of 18 grand, would you be divorced if you said yes?
I wouldn't be divorced, but I'd be in debt. Okay,
let me ask you this.
No.
If she said it was okay, would you do it?
It wouldn't be 18,000. It'd be 36,000 because it was 18,000 for me and my son, and another 18,000 for my wife and my daughter to go to some resort expense and get the all exclusive package and all this and all that, and bells and whistles. So
true.
It'd be 36,000.
So Paul Shatter says, "Oh heck no, sell them for 20 grand."
Good luck.
Yeah, they're dropping like flies. They're dropping like flies, the seats.
Yeah. If the Rams had made it, the ticket price would have been through the roof because
you think so?
If the Rams had made it, that demand would be significantly.
Yeah, but now you have all of Hollywood saying, "Yeah, no problem." They get in there for a dime a dozen. They get in there for pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
You think they really pay that 18 grand? I don't. Do you? They do?
Yeah, I think they do.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we are into this, and I'm wondering if I have this. We are now into. I don't have it. Dang! I wanted to have the sound effect, but I don't see it on there. I'll have to try and put that in. We are now into the next to the last topic, and I know Anna's happy. Last two topics, but this one is the last two. Well, this was fun. The last one is about the Super Bowl. Here is the Broncos quiz.
Oh, okay.
How well do you know the Broncos Super Bowl player from 10 years ago? Do you realize, guys, it's been 10 years since the Broncos won Super Bowl 50. And here's a quiz that ESPN put out that I am going to read. I know the answers. I already took the quiz. I did not tell Spence any of these. He has no idea what the questions are.
No idea.
None whatsoever. And I'm being honest, guys. Like I said, we are an honest show. I have not said anything to him. So here is the very first question. In fact, I'll put this up there. Look at that. Can you see that okay? Let me hang on. Hang on a second.
2015 Broncos
go deep on the Super Bowl champs.
Super Bowl champs. Okay.
So these are the questions.
Okay.
Here we
Bring
go.
it.
So it says, so how you fare on this 10-question quiz highlighting the players both in the memorable and the less than memorable who once raised the Lombardi Trophy in 2015 or 2016 Super Bowl. Which quarterback? Number one, guys in the chat, please comment, but please do not look it up on the internet. I want you guys to be honest about what you say, please, okay? Which quarterback started the most games for the 2015 Denver Broncos? Here are the quarterbacks. Christian Ponder, Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Peyton Manning.
Say that again. Who started the most games?
Which quarterback started the most games for the 2015 Denver Broncos? Christian Ponder, Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, or Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning.
Bingo. Okay. That's number one. You got that right. Which player, number two, which player scored in the Super Bowl for the 2015 Denver Broncos? Was it Malik Jackson, Owen Daniels, Andre Caldwell, or Emmanuel Sanders? in the Super Bowl?
I think it was Andre Caldwell.
Wrong.
I don't remember.
Okay, I'll throw out Caldwell. Guys in the chat, Emmanuel Sanders, Owen Daniels, or Malik Jackson? Want me to give you a hint? I'll give you a hint.
I'll let someone else answer that.
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody come up in the chat yet. Emmanuel Sanders, Owen Daniels, or Malik Jackson? Owen Daniels is wrong. Now that's down to Emmanuel Sanders or Malik Jackson. I'll throw out a hint. It was recovered in the end zone on a fumble.
I'll let the chat answer that.
Malik Jackson is correct. Remember, Von Miller stripped quarterback for the Patriots, the Panthers, and was recovered in the end zone by Malik Jackson.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Number 3. Which player was a rookie on the 2015 Denver Broncos?
Okay.
Shaquille Barrett, Sylvester Williams, Derek Wolfe, or C.J. Anderson?
Shaquille Barrett.
Bingo. Great answer. You are correct. Number 4. Which member of the 2015 Denver Broncos is a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? T.J. Ward, Michael Schofield, DeMarcus Ware, Matt Paradis?
DeMarcus Ware.
Bingo. Correct. Wow. Which defensive player led the 2015 Denver Broncos in interceptions? Shiloh Keogh, Aqib Talib, Josh Bush, David Bruton?
I want to say Talib. I think it was Talib.
Bingo. Aqib Talib. Good job. Who was the 2015 Denver Broncos kicker? Jason Elam, Brandon McManus, Aaron Brewer. I didn't even have to say the last one, which is Britton Colquitt. You guys in the chat are all getting it right, by the way. DeMarcus Ware is correct. Aqib Talib is correct. Way to go, guys. Number 7. Which member of the 2015 Denver Broncos has played 10 or more seasons in the NFL? Ryan Harris, Darian Stewart, Louis Vasquez, Antonio Smith? This is a trick one, in my opinion.
I think it was Antonio Smith.
Bingo. You are correct.
Right? Nice.
You are correct. See the red? You are correct.
Nice.
Number 8. Who scored a touchdown for the 2015 Denver Broncos? Peyton Manning, Jordan Norwood, Vernon Davis, Andre Caldwell? Peyton Manning, Jordan Norwood, Vernon Davis, Andre Caldwell.
I'm torn between Davis and Caldwell. I think it was Caldwell.
Bingo. Red. Caldwell. Nice job, dude. All right. Number 9. Which member of the 2015 Denver Broncos went to college in the SEC? Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Danny Trevathan, C.J. Anderson?
I know it wasn't Thomas. He was Georgia Tech. I know it wasn't Sanders. I don't know Trevathan.
Danny Trevathan, C.J. Anderson.
I'm just going to guess Trevathan.
Bingo. Danny Trevathan. Wow, man. I'm going to have to start tapping into you which horses I should bet. Who carried, this is the last question, 10 of 10. You've only missed one. Who carried the ball on the 2015 Denver Broncos' longest play from scrimmage in the Super Bowl? Emmanuel Sanders, Owen Daniels, Ronnie Hillman, Benny Fowler. I'll be honest, I missed 2 when I took this quiz. If you get it right, you beat me. Paul Shatter, all the above. No, not all the above.
Say the names again.
Who carried the ball on the 2015 Denver Broncos' longest play from scrimmage in the Super Bowl?
In the
Emmanuel
Super
Sanders, Owen Daniels, Ronnie Hillman, Benny Fowler. Schaefer says Fowler. Let's see.
I'm torn
Or
between
Shatter, Paul Shatter, I should say.
I'm torn between Fowler and Sanders. Because
Okay.
I know Sanders had an end around that went for a long.
What is your final answer?
Sanders. It's probably Fowler.
It is Sanders. You beat me. I said Hillman.
No, I think
Nice job,
Sanders
dude.
had an end. If I remember right, he had an end around that went for like about 25.
Nice
30
job.
yards.
You got 9 out of 10. Nice job. Wow. And Paul said he got a TD.
Yeah. I guessed
Wow.
on probably about half of those.
It doesn't matter, but you went with your gut, dude. That's good. Good job. Good job, man. Good job. Speaking of Super Bowl, that's why I put that at the end. Speaking of Super Bowl, the last topic, and here it is, Super Bowl 60. Not the team we wanted to be in there, but it's still the Super Bowl. So we are going to give our Super Bowl preview, which is the Seattle Seahawks, a rematch of years past, and the New England Patriots, and that infamous, we don't run the ball, Seattle, we pass it so it can be intercepted kind of play. In Santa Clara, not Santa Clarita, where Spencer is, but Santa Clara, and 3:30 Pacific time, and Seattle's favored by, what'd you say it was, 3.5, Spence?
Nope. Now 4.5.
4.5? Okay. Give me your thoughts on why Seattle could win, why the Patriots could win. I'll give you mine really quick, and then we'll give our predictions for the game. What do you think?
Well, Seattle, their 3 losses were to San Francisco, a playoff team, the Rams, a playoff team, Tampa Bay, who almost was a playoff team. New England lost to Oakland, the Raiders. They lost to Buffalo, and I forget who else they lost to. But New England's strength of their schedule was far weaker than Seattle's schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle has an incredible offense. New England, they lost to the Raiders. I just think that
I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that's true.
You
But that
lose
was
to the
game. But that
Raiders.
was game one. In
Game
all
one.
honesty, that was game one with a rookie quarterback or second year quarterback or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I look at New England's schedule, and they really didn't play, other than Buffalo, a substantial playoff team that would make me go, wow. I mean, yeah, you beat the Chargers, but the Chargers had injury problems. You beat Houston, who had no offense.
Chargers always have problems, period.
And you beat Denver, who didn't have a starting quarterback. Final score, Seattle 38, New England 16. Sorry, Jose. But
We're pretty close. We're pretty close.
I think this is a blowout for Seattle.
Now, we're pretty close on that. I have a little bit less. My thought is this. Seattle, let me back up a bit. Had Denver beaten New England 2 weeks ago in a championship game, I would dare say it would probably be pretty close to a repeat of what we saw in Super Bowl 48, where the Broncos got their freaking doors kicked in. Why? Because we have a backup quarterback. So I'm kind of glad that we're not there, because I do not want to see that debacle again. I mean, that's if we lose 10-7 like we did, I can stomach that. But we lose 42-3. No, I ain't stomaching that. I don't like that a bit. So I'm okay with that. That being said, Seattle's defense is solid. Seattle's team is solid. But there's some issues on offense There are some issues on offense, and you can never count out Vrabel. Vrabel does come up with some different looks, different schemes, different ways of doing things. But do I think that being said, I should say, do I think New England could beat Seattle on a neutral site any given Sunday? However, this coming Sunday is not that any given Sunday. Seattle is going to dominate. Seattle's going to win this game. I have it 31-17 Seattle. I just don't see the Patriots overtaking Seattle. I really don't. It's in a familiar stadium. Remember, guys, it's in a very familiar stadium for Seattle. It's not in a familiar stadium for New England, but it's a very familiar stadium for Seattle. I don't know who the home team is. Who's the home team this year? Do you know that? If Seattle if Seattle's a visiting team, they're familiar with that locker room.
No, the Patriots are the home team. So
Good.
Seattle's the road team.
That means Seattle's a road team. They're familiar with that locker room. They're familiar with everything that goes on with being the road team. So they're okay with that. Everything points towards Seattle. They know the stadium. They're on the West Coast. And they're in the visiting locker room. They know everything about what they need to do to prepare for this game. So I tip my hat to Seattle, or I should say I'm thinking Seattle win. Like I said, 31-17 Seattle. Sorry about that, Patriot fans, but hey, you guys got 6 trophies. Why don't you spread them around a little bit, huh? Hang on to your 6, but give a couple other trophies to some other teams. All right? Let's not be such a hog. Paul Shatter said more Seattle fans, 75-25, I bet. Well, I bet there will be too. In San Francisco? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Victor Lap says 27-23 Seagulls.
So he's thinking New England covers the spread by a half a point.
Wow.
And he's telling us, take the points. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Wow. Paul Shatter said PS2 said 31-7. Same as our Super Bowl. Wow.
All right.
Our Super Bowl wasn't 31-7.
No, it was 43-8.
Yeah, that was even worse. That was even worse. That was really bad. Okay, so with that, this show is a wrap. You guys have been phenomenal. Like I said many, many times, we go back to many, many comments. Thank you guys so much for each and every Friday of your participation, your support, your energy, what you bring to the show really does translate into how we feel and how we present it each and every week. Paul Shadd's at 43-8, and don't quote me. That might be yeah. If they can do that again to them, well, you got to hike it over the quarterback's head to open in the game first to get a safety. So, anyways, Spence, go ahead and take us out the last Friday before Super Bowl 60. Take it away.
Amen to that. Hey, Jack Kenna, I hope you're feeling better. I know you're a little under the weather. Thank you for being a part of the show. Brad H., definitely thank you so much for the phenomenal host comment. We really appreciate it. I respect you, my friend, that you don't drink alcohol anymore. Amen to that. Thank you so much. Raya, thank you so much for being part of the show. Mitchell Garcia, thank you very much for being part of the show. Tide Wrigley, very disrespectful comment, but you know what? You watched the show. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Big E Bronco, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate you being part of the show. Zigzag, yeah, your Kansas City people got a zigzag around that salary cap, which means you guys got no salary cap to do not much. So good luck trying to rebuild. Maybe not, but Jose Life on Mars. I will work to get Sam Adams Summer Ale next Friday. Good luck to your Patriots. We appreciate you being part of the show. Medungaeus guy, good. I can't pronounce his name. Thank you for being part of the show. Ty Eagles, Eagles fan. Hey, hopefully you guys can make a deeper run next year. We appreciate you being part of the show. Rick Hovland, he's a Bears fan. Hey, you guys made it as far as you can. You got to rebuild in a few areas. You don't have much cap space. Let's see what happens. Oh, my buddy Todd Fight chiming in, saying it's a great show. Todd Fight, thank you very much for being part of the show.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate it. Richard, Pates fan, good luck this weekend. Probably not going to work out, but Paul Shader, appreciate you. Don't focus on only the Broncos. No, we focus on everybody. We appreciate your comments. Thank you so much. Anthony V303, thank you so much for chiming in. Appreciate you being part of the show. Chewy, good luck with your education for contracting. I hope it works out. You're having a few Modelos and enjoying the show. Thank you so much. Nicholas Hollinger is a Patriots fan. I feel bad, but good luck and enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend. Clayton Huron, you're moving into a new house. Good for you. I hope you have fun. Make sure you put us up on the big screen next Friday as you're moving in and redecorating. Appreciate it.
85-inch TV. Go out there and get that bad boy.
Amen. Brian James, thank you so much for being a part of the show. We really appreciate it. Freeway Rail, you wanted me to put a hat on? Okay, here we go. I got my hat on. I'm ready to go. No,
I'll take mine off then.
That didn't work. I'm getting ready for being the standard bearer chairman for the Genesis Invitational. So I'll put that hat on.
Nice. No. That's right. You do that, huh?
I do that. But I prefer this one. This is
there. You go.
How about that? Is
there
that
you
good?
Go.
And we wrap up with Victory Lap. Thank you so much for chiming in. Hopefully you have a good one too, fellas. Bill, back to you.
Guys, it's been a pleasure each and every single week to bring the show to you. You guys are the best. You're the backbone of the show. That's why we love what we do. That's why we bring the passion that we do. And that's why we engage with the chat, because the chat is where it's at. Till next Friday, guys, enjoy a Super Bowl weekend. Enjoy the commercials. There's some great ones out there. I've already seen some previews. Enjoy the commercials. Enjoy the time with family, friends, or whatever you're doing this weekend. Spence, I will talk to you during the week. I will see you next Friday. Guys, till next Friday, 5 p.m. Till then, have a fantastic weekend and week. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the